Okay. Hopefully I get it right this time around. Cancel. Charts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the lobby cancel. That makes sense. Enter the lobby and go to the lobby area. Generate the lobby code. 3354. Thank God that did not shake. 3354. 3354. Okay. Alright, so gonna check things out in the back end first. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that actually because I use it in the series. They are very much popular guys. They are very, very strong phones. Okay. Mm. Okay. The game sound is kind of taking advantage here. Let me turn on the stuff. Oh yeah. The fan, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely gonna need some tuning. That's definitely gonna need some tuning. Hopefully when the game starts I can take it away, shall. Yeah, so that we can get straight into it. Okay, yeah, that's the link again. Link for stream. Once it's 9:25, I'll post it. Okay, I think I should be good to go. Everything is ready. Yeah. 2010. I say legacy.exe. Are you a laptop file? That's for executable files. That's mostly PC files. You can start with. That fan makes a lot of noise. Okay. 3 games, 2 players. Time's closing in. What? Hmm. Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. That's. I mean, it gives you a bigger screen. That's like the only advantage. There's literally no difference between this and. Jeez. Oh. This is actually very good. Yeah, this would have been a very good value for funds. That's in 14 plus. It's having a very good value for funds, man. Go ahead. I don't recognize this number. Alright, sure thing. Okay. Sorry. Let me check the chat. Okay. Fisayo. Yo, what's up? Yo, man. Sorry, man. Oh, I didn't even know you were even in the chat, save go. Besides, Alpha, I say you see Bambi stars. You see it now. That's one of the benefits of this thing now. Having someone to carry yours to move you around. But then I'm pretty sure she, most of the times went on her own, sha. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing, man? I didn't know you were available today. Now, if you're at, oh yeah, I forgot. You're at home. I just remember that you're at home. Let's chill, sha. 2 more minutes. We get to see the players go at it. Someone says I see you just focused in the lobby. Actually, I was on WhatsApp. I stream on my iPhone and I'm with my Samsung. My Samsung is where my WhatsApp is. So I was on WhatsApp and there's this girl I'm in a talking stage with. So you know what I mean now. He said, "What if she's not being carried too?" I doubt that. Guy, do you know how hot it is? Do you know how hot Immortal Lobby is for ladies? Guy, hey. Immortal Lobby is very hot, though, guy. I've not actually entered an Immortal Lobby before, but guy, those guys are challenging as hell. And I noticed that her roles are majorly roam. She has achieved Guardian level 6. And usually when somebody has achieved that kind of role, it means that the person plays that role more often. And you know within yourself that ladies are more prone to playing roam, mainly support, than EXP or mid or anything. You say, "Yeah, like, what is get crushing on you saying that?" Really? We say arrest, Jerry. We say arrest. But how is the stream on your end, Fisayo? Is that fan in the back disturbing too much? What do you think, guy? Let me hear from you. Let me see if this girl has replied. She has not replied. Let me leave her alone, I beg. I need to focus on my casting. But guy, I'm waiting for the players. Once it's one minute from now, I'll post the lobby link and all that so we can get straight into it. There's no time again. I have a lot of text I've not read. 16 text. Life of a celebrity. A lot of people. I get a lot of follows actually too as well. But it's nice to have you here with me this night, Fisayo. Really nice. How's your network now? Can me and you snag a little AI mode after this? I would really like that. Maybe I'll drag you small. Maybe I'll drag you small after this. You say it is loud, but your voice covers it. Yeah, I actually have a very loud voice. I have a loud voice. I just want the phone to cool a little bit. I want the phone to cool a bit, then I'll off it after a while. So that you hear that peace and quiet, and stuff. But yeah, I'm sure it is loud because it is obviously at the back of the phone. As that's one of the advantages of fan. I don't think there's anything like a silent fan per se. I think at some point, because when I bought this, it wasn't this loud before. But hey, things change in electronic. The real. Okay, time to make that post there, and I am okay. Yes, I have made the post. 5 more minutes. Oh, my net is even very bad. Safe. Let me even see what. No, not on the stream. Actually, on my WhatsApp this thing. So I have to just send the message straight up here. Message is not said on the announcement channel. That can be good. Okay. Yeah. I've sent it here. That's good. Yeah. Or save. All right. So, how are you doing today now? How's life? How's everything on your end? How is doing life without Mobile Legends or doing life? But guy, I can relate to you. I can completely relate to you, guy. Because when I'm in school, oh my goodness. Hi. The network, I can't even game in my room. I literally have to go to like a friend room to play. And that place I've gone, the green is not really that stable green. It's just a playable green. Let me just put it like that. You see, my dad's using my second phone, so I can't play per se. Yeah, actually. Okay, Jerry is even here. Jerry, that fun now. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How you doing? By the way, guys, Jared is the production manager for Real Time Production. He's the one that handled the grand finals for the last tournament that ML Hub organized. So yeah, shout out to you, Jared. Thanks for joining today's stream. Welcome. Hopefully you stay. And Fisayo says, don't mention that out loud. I'm on an earpiece. So I said I have to upload mode off and on every few seconds. Now that's messy, man. That's gotta be messy. I can't even imagine how terrible that must have been for you. Sorry, man. I can actually relate, but not to this point. When I'm in school, I don't need to airplane mode my I don't get to that point, but I do get like red, like yellow red ish kind of, I think it's only MTN that even struggles with green in my school. Still, network is network. I could still cast with it, but I just couldn't play Mobile Legends with it. Mobile Legends just have this high network demand that is just not down there. But 9:35, if Dr. Burns does not show up, Storm will automatically pick the game. So punctuality is very important in these situations here. 5 minutes is the only punctuality grace that we have. So I'd advise Dr. Burns to come in soon. He's only got 2 minutes. And if you are in the stream right now watching here, welcome. Shout out to, of course, Damio Arena for collaborating with ML Hub to put together the 1v1 MAGE tournament. Shout out to the ML Hub management team and all you guys also that tune in to watch the stream here and see what happens and the outcomes. We are still in the round of 64. 32 players played yesterday, 32 players will play today. So we will see how the round of 64 goes. The remaining 16 players would go to, the remaining 32 players will play tomorrow, and then we keep going down and down until the grand finals. We get to see who takes home. And don't forget, guys, we do have a very interesting prize pool. Unlike the fighters tournament, in which we only had a 20k prize pool for the winner, so it's like a winner takes all pattern, we have a prize pool for the best performing player with the highest rating here. So you get extra 60,000 naira. If there are 2 players with best performing ratings, they share the prize pool. So 60,000 naira into 2, that's 30k each. That's even higher than the main prize, because the winner of the tournament takes 30k. So the only way to get something, the ways to get something is not just to win the tournament. You can also get something by doing really well, by performing really well, even if you do lose your games. As long as you have those ratings, you will get the prize. And I can see Jerry saying, Omo, don't know why he's saying that, but Fisayo is there. Fisayo says life without ML is suffering. Yeah, it's terrible. Honestly, me getting green in Lagos, big advantage. And we have 1 minute left until the game officially starts. And if we don't see, I can see Bambi here. Hi Bambi, I can also see you online as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Fisayo, it says Jared, how are you, man? Yeah, Jared, don't mind Jared, man. Jared, Dr. Burns is here. Wow, the man doesn't want to miss out on tonight. Who wants to miss out on their game being streamed? No one does. All right. I wanted to be ready up so that we can start the game real quick. There is no time again. We need to get straight into it. I don't know why they are greeting each other here. There's no time. Let's start. Ready up, please, so that we can get straight into the draft and we see what these players are up to, what these players can do tonight, can show us tonight. Actually, so far we have seen the highest rating right now is 11 points, I think 8, and that was from Void Hacker. Obviously, when someone qualifies for the finals of the fighters tournament, of course you want to expect a lot from the person. But let me just tell Vance here to ready up, please. Ready up, no time, please. Ready up. Ready up, no time, please. Ready up, no time. There's no time. Let's do this and let's get out of here, please. I don't exactly have that much battery for this, so let's get straight into it now. Storm versus Vance. It's oh yeah, I just started the game, Jerry. Unfortunately, he said hi. Yeah, hi Bambi, how you doing? So we're back in the draft. Excuse me, guys. Let me just do something real quick. Okay, so we are seeing some very interesting ban. Yes. Next one, Jerry. Don't worry, I'll bring you in myself. I'll let you know when the next round is in. Okay, so we are seeing Storm lock down the Cyclops, and we are seeing Vance here about to go for something hopefully interesting. And Vance, he's got some advantages here. He could go for a fighter mage as well. No, I don't think Kimi works. I don't think Kimi works. We saw how the Kimi Cyclops went yesterday, and for some reason, Vance has still not, learned from that. But let's see how they want to execute this. I see that he's using he switched back to the flicker. I feel like a purifier would be better in this situation. I feel like a purifier would be better here because if you really think about it, the star power lockdown on Vance can be very, so from Storm can immobilize him. Exactly, Bambi, he did not use Purify. That's what I'm curious. I wonder what Vance's game plan is. You don't have a Purify. You did not go for a hero that can, that has a lot of mobility, and you're fighting against a fighter mage like Cyclops that's got a lot of damage and also has the ability to immobilize you. So I want to see what Vance is really gonna do here. Unfortunately, I cannot zoom in. I'm sorry, zoom out. I really like to zoom out, catch the POV from both sides, but unfortunately I can't do that right here. I am seeing Storm though really just taking advantage of the planet's attack. Yes, the mobility, of course, did some damage to Vance. He can't do that in the early game, and that's exactly what he's doing right now, zoning Vance out into the turret. Storm is already taking advantage of Cyclops damage in the early game from that planet's attack. Level 2 on both sides. No star power lockdown on this side. They are just holding out, farming the minion waves. That's what should matter at this point. And when Vance just staying in the turrets, the man is just holding his line. He knows that he does. Oh, planet's attack again. Of course, dealing some damage onto Vance. Magic damage, that is. And Storm really just trying to chase him away and prevent him from attacking that turret. Wow. I think level 4 is when things are going to get pretty serious between the both of them, because right now we can just see them just relaxing. It's all pew 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 for Vance when it's level 3 below. But once you get to that level 4, we get the traction pulse, the mobility is there, you can just CC him. But then now it's on level 4. Of course, Storm now, the star power lockdown deals some damage, and of course Vance is low. This is what we warned you about with the star power lockdown. You needed that Purify, man. You needed that Purify. And now he just has only, he doesn't have he has the flicker actually, revitalize the rescue. Of course, he might need to get that concentrated energy early though. I think that's what he's trying to buy here. We are seeing the builds. Magic penetration on Storm, that's his star power lockdown. Of course, Vance is low again. He has that flicker, planet attack. Storm might be getting a bit desperate here. But no, he just want to just give distance. Doesn't want to risk it. Doesn't want to pull things. He has that traction pulse. Vance is not afraid to use it. The blood wings is what Vance goes for as the first item, and the talisman is also what Storm goes for as the first item. Now, cooldown reduction, star power lockdown, of course, with the planet attack, and no, can't do. Temporal rain does not get him that kill. Storm now ultimate use, he's got that flicker, the planet attack with star power lockdown, and first blood is for Storm, and Vance will fall. Of course, now the base is being attacked, and this is exactly what Storm wants to do. We did talk about this. The Purifier was needed for the star power lockdown. Vance did not go for that, and now he spawns again. Of course, the star power lockdown with the planet attack. Vance, oh, he's quick to get away, and Storm now in a dangerous position, but planet attack still dealing damage. Jesus, the confidence on Storm going to his base, melting him down. Star power lockdown, dealing some damage, and that's the kill again. Storm will take down Vance for the second time, one more time, and that's the round 1 in the bag for the man. Storm, I don't know what he's done, but the Cyclops is obviously his meta pick right now in this tournament, and we did see a lot of players really do well with the Cyclops right now. And it's yeah, I can see Fisai say, okay, star power lockdown now. Dr. Vance, yeah, he says star power locks on you. Flicker does nothing to counter that. Exactly why, whoa, flickering out of the traction pulse from Vance. That is the first traction pulse we are seeing. Now planet attack, mobility to get away. That's the flicker, but that will not pay, as Vance will get away. Anti-gravity thrust to escape, but Vance is low now. What will be his fate? Once Storm gets back that star power lockdown, he's gonna use it on him, and he will chase him to the depth of the battlefield. Storm, that's a star power lockdown, of course, to deal some damage, but Vance will somehow survive. Temporal rain does nothing to that again, and Vance is just staying in the turret, playing it safe. Storm, now the star power lockdown. That's game 1. Storm will take the win, and of course, we did see that coming. No Purify, star power lockdown advantage, 11.6, officially beating the Void Hacker ratings. Storm, congratulations, and Vance, well, hopefully we get to see game 2 better. And that's it, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I will be starting the game too soon, but first let me invite our production team here. Let me just bring Jared in real quick so we can get straight into this. No time wasted at all. So I'm just gonna wait for production to actually accept the invite so we can get straight into it. Okay, so he is in.
And I will, yeah, he is downloading the internal files and all. So yeah, we are ready, guys. We are ready. Let's get straight into game 2. Storm versus Vans. Game 2 it is. And yeah, what do you guys think about game 1? Do you think the Cyclops just didn't give him breathing space? I mean, Storm saw the opening, saw the advantage, took it, and I'm expecting Vans to actually ban the Cyclops. That would be a very wise move. That was Hacks was 11.8. Oh, okay then. Storm did not break it. Then I gotta correct myself there. Thank you, Kunzuni, for that correction. And it said when Ace don't feed them. Yeah, no Cyclops ban on Vance. Maybe not a wise move, but then he will be going for that Odette. Jeez, I don't think an Odette will be good because as you've seen, is banned. Okay, that's good. Cyclops again on Storm. Of course, if it works, it works. Don't change it. And Vance now contemplating on whether he should go for the Odette or something else. But yes, he does. Now it's Odette versus Cyclops. And if you really think about it, well, Storm has an advantage without planet attack mobility. And of course, Vance with the Swan Song. But then let's go straight into game 2, where Storm might make a comeback or Vance might make a rematch against him and take the round to force out that game 3. But what do you guys think about this outcome? It's Cyclops versus Odette. How do you think this is gonna turn out? All right, so I can see Bambi says my 2 favorite mages. Yeah, I know, right? The mages are really nice. Someone says Kage stream went. Oh, that's Ben Max. I have not actually seen your match. I've not actually seen your streamed match. What is going on? Why is your match not streamed? I think I need to look into that in the management team. I'll probably discuss with MG because I don't want to hear. There's no stories. Oh, me, I will personally drag you on the chat. You know me well. And someone says, Odette can poke with Lakeshore Ambience. It's more of a Avian Authority Swan Song poke. But yeah, Lakeshore Ambience when the minion was around, but that's the plan to attack and Storm will not push it any further. He's very careful of that Blue Nova immobilization. Dr. Vance will make the most of it, especially when he gets to that level 4. And Storm is very careful about that. Now, Vance hiding in the bush, and Storm is just in plain sight here, waiting for that minion wave to get close. And of course, do the most here. But Vance is making sure he keeps his distance until that level 4. That's the strength of the Odette. You want to make sure you don't die until then. Avian Authority onto the minion waves with the Blue Nova as well. That's the planet attack now. The damage is done. Storm has to get away. Avian Authority dealing some damage to him. But Storm revitalized to gain back the HP lost. And then the minion waves helping him push down the turrets. But Vance waiting on that level 4 as patiently as ever. He knows that's where his strength would lie. And man, both of them are just patient. And Dr. Vance, of course, Avian Authority with the Blue Nova immobilization comes through almost on level 4. Now planet attack starts in, but the minion waves is what he prioritizes instead. Now on that level 4, Storm might go for the offense soon. But no, that's gonna be the stop our lockdown in the planet attack. And this one song is forced out, but Storm will flicker out. And of course, Vance losing that shield from the Storm. Oh, planet attack, and Storm will be the first blood. Avian Authority with the Blue Nova winning it out, and Vance buys the anti-heal. And man, the Odette outranging the Cyclops. That is something we want to come out and see. Mechanical advantage here. Storm hopefully make a comeback from this. He's got that star power lockdown again. Vance doesn't have that Swan Song. That's the thing about the Odette. The Swan Song does have a lot of cooldown, especially in the early games. So he's gonna have to be very, very tactical with his plays. I just gonna play it safe, farm when you don't have it, and then engage when you do. That's gonna be a very strategic move. And so far, we are seeing Storm. Okay, star power lockdown with his planet attack, dealing some damage there. Storm, he will not prioritize the kill. Just farm and build. And so far, let's see what both of them are going for. Earlys, let's see, we can see an anti-heal on the side of Vance, and we are seeing a cooldown reduction build on the side of Storm. A very interesting set of builds. I mean, you do want lesser cooldown on your skills if you are Storm. If you're this Cyclops, oh, they just got light here. That's very nice. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so where were we? We are seeing Storm deal some very interesting damage. I gotta plug my phone actually. And star power lockdown not available yet. Temporary. Oh, Swan Song again, and Storm will fall to Vance. Jesus, that is 2-0. Vance playing the waiting game on that Swan Song, and now he pushes the turret, and Storm would have to do more in the game 3 if he wants to outplay this. But then might be a chance he does respawn, and the minion waves are there for him to find the turret, the flicker almost off cooldown as well. Maybe some tactical gameplays might be the key situation here, but with 2 kills down in favor of Vance, one more, it might be the round 2 in favor of Vance, but Storm looks like he might have more to say about that. He is losing HP. The Lakeshore ambience with the poke starts to start power locked out with the engagement, plans attack from a safe distance, temporary rain comes through as well. Vance have farmed the minion waves, but no, he lets the other one come through. I think he's trying to zone Storm out, you know, just force him to really come out of his safe zone. And now the star power lockdown is available again. He uses it one more time, trying to poke and peel Vance here, but that's the revitalize to gain back the HP loss. And that shield on his one song is one thing that Vance will be capitalizing on here. And Storm really taking his time, holding position here, holding position. Of course, that star power lockdown. Immobilization does little to nothing damage on him. The Winter Crown bought by Vance. No ultimate cancels here. No can do. But Storm will keep his distance. The minion waves are there. Stop our locked out with the price attack, and it's a furious one song already popped. The flicker out, but a flicker to match from Vance as Storm will fall. It's a 3-0 outcome for the round 2 of the best of 3. Wow, that is impressive. I like that. I like that. That's adaptation right there. That's adaptation. And now we're going to game 3. Of course, yeah, my network is starting to actually load, but hopefully we get to the next game now. And I wanna actually start game 3. I don't wanna waste so much time. I don't know. I'm tapping this thing over and over, and it's just not clicking. I'm trying. Yeah. The game has started, guys. Thank God, the game has started. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This is game 3, guys. Let me plug my phone a bit. 1 sec. Okay, we are seeing some very interesting picks here. We are seeing Storm go for the Eve. Wow. Vance going for a god. This is the first time god in the entire Mage tournament. If he does lock it down, of course. 4 seconds left for them to make their decision. And it's a Eve versus Eve. Another duplicate pick situation here we do have. Wow, everybody wants to have a taste of that galactic power on Eve. But let's get straight to it, guys. Duplicate picks. In the first game, we did see Storm have the mechanical advantage with the Cyclops on the Kimi. Second game, we saw Vance have the mechanical advantage with the Odette on the Cyclops. And now we are seeing a duplicate pick on both sides. So we don't even know who has the mechanical advantage. It's going to boil down to skill, who uses their skills first, and of course, how tactical you can be in situations like this. So let's get straight into it. What do you guys think? I am seeing Fisayo here. I am seeing Bambi, my co-casters in the chat. Of course, we are seeing, it's 3 games now. Yeah, this is the third game. Man. This is the third round of the best of 3 for this. This is the first game, actually, not the third game, MG. I am the one calling it third game, but someone says, please don't glaze her so much. The people now start spamming her. I can't do it and Odette in my game right now. Yeah, it's something. Okay, I am seeing some very interesting stats up here. We are seeing Vance paused, and that's gonna be the Void Blast and Void Crystal already used by Vance. Playing it safe, will you now? It's ironic because we did see Vance in the first and the second game play very aggressive, and now the man is playing it safe. Void Blast on both sides will grant them mobility, and it's a deja vu situation for them here. But the gold lead will ultimately belong to Storm, and that's an advantage. Void Crystal now to slow him down and do some damage. Void Blast again. Storm, he's making sure he gets the most out of it now. Levels matched, and that's the Void Blast on both sides. Void Crystal from Vance, though. No reward manipulation yet. They are just holding in line. And Vance still playing it safe. Void Crystal to poke him out. And we're just waiting at this point. Yo, Void Crystal now to farm the minion waves. That's very creative. And Vance is losing more HP than Storm, though. But he's got that flicker out in tight situations. So Vance's gonna have to be very careful. Ooh, that cannot be good. Void Crystal with the Void Blast dealing more damage to him. And the reward manipulation popped out early, but Vance will flicker out and save himself. And Storm now no flicker. And Vance now no flicker. But Storm's got that flicker, but he doesn't have the reward manipulation. It's the opposite situation for both of them. As we will see here, Storm dealing some damage onto those minion waves with that Void Crystal, Void Blast as well to clear the minion waves. Doesn't want to be left behind Vance, but that's the poke out from Storm with the Void Blast. And now Vance is left defending from a close distance, and Storm will try to take down the turret there. Little basic attack hits can hurt, and the anti-heal is bought from the side of Storm. Let's see what the builds are. Enchanted Talisman from Vance, cooldown reduction, anti-heal for Storm. It's the same pattern, both of them not changing much here. And Fisaya says, this match go long, sha. We suppose they see burst mages now. Poke. Yeah, poke. Okay, so we are seeing Storm. Still, both of them just poking at each other. Void Crystal, Void Blast, you know, just holding out in line, and Vance just playing it safe inside the turret. Storm now still poking out, and well, this is actually going to be a long match. I think this is like a match of resilience. Or I think both of them are just waiting to build completely. When they're able to build completely, then they can now go for something more substantial, something, you know, much better, of course. But I can see Storm here really just holding in line. I can see Storm here. Okay, now Vance is gonna have to be patient though. It's gonna have to be patient. It's gonna have to calm down. Patience will be the key in situations like this. Vance is quite low. Void Crystal to clear the minion waves, and it's rinse and repeat at this point. I am seeing someone says, yes, but he isn't under the mage category. Okay, someone is actually talking about Gushon. Yeah. Gushon is not under the mage category. Oh, reward manipulation from Storm, but Vance is able to get away. And the flicker's off cooldown, so he can actually use that to his advantage, but doesn't have the reward manipulation though. So he's gonna have to play it safe in the turret, and it looks like Storm might win this long in the battle of attrition. Storm might win this out because Storm is actually more bold and confident, and Vance is just staying in the turret. And in the long run, Storm will win this out because Storm will actually be more farm than him. Now he has the 300 gold lead in terms of that, and he also has got the build advantage. That's the Void Blast. Now Vance might be getting a bit confident here. The Void Blast and the Void Crystal flickers in. A very confident move. Storm, that's the Impure Rage. That's the kill. Vance patiently waiting out, timing the moves and getting the kills in. Vance with a first blood and an impressive move at that. I am impressed. He waited, he timed it, and he got it. Vance, you are somewhat of a schemer yourself, but Storm now is gonna learn from his lesson though. Void Crystal onto the minion waves, and impressive at that. Reward manipulation, early one onto the minion waves. Storm will avoid that, and man, both of them really just holding out. But Vance is low though, so he's gonna have to be very careful. That's the Void Crystal with the Void Blast, and Vance is keeping his distance. Yeah, Void Blast. Ooh, Void Crystal again. Wow, impressive. Very impressive from Vance. He is playing the waiting game, alright. And Storm's gonna learn something from that. Flicker's almost cooldown. He's almost off cooldown. That's the Wishing Lantern bots. That's the Void Crystal. Okay, Vance getting a bit confident again. Void Blast to both sides. Void Blast again. And it's a battle of attrition. Void Crystal to melt him down. Half HP. Storm's got that HP advantage, but he pulls back. Doesn't want to commit fully. And the reward manipulation available on Storm, but Vance doesn't have that flicker to get away. But now Storm, he is coming out. He is holding in line, just farming the minion waves, just doing what he can at this point. What can he do is the big question. What can he do? Okay, I am seeing Vance do some damage here. Honestly. The very convenient damage. Very convenient damage, actually. But Vance is just playing the waiting game. I'll wait it out. Build. And let me look at the build here. Guardian Helmet. Impressive. And we are seeing, I think it's for that automatic heal, reward manipulation, and Storm will be able to get away. Impressive. Wow. Okay. I like this. Actually. Impressive. Both of them are actually just poking each other, and just, yeah, this battle will be long. Vance already committing that flicker. Wow, Storm might take advantage of that, because especially now he's low, he might take advantage of that in situations like this. This is where you need to make sure you're in the advantage when it comes to strat and executing them. Storm, he's got that flicker, he's got that reward manipulation. He knows Vance doesn't have the reward manipulation or the flicker. Why isn't he making a move yet? But the minion waves might signal to him. The base almost taken down. This is the final game of the best of 3. Any one of them that wins this wins it out, because now the scores are tied. and you're gonna have to go for a move sooner or later. But the reward manipulation is already available for Vance, and of course the window has closed for Storm when it comes to advantage in resources. But Vance now, he's holding, and Storm is keeping his distance. Guardian helmet spot by Storm as well. Void Blast, and that's him trying to melt down the HP. Void Blast, Vance matching him side by side. Void Crystal will miss. Storm is half HP. Might be a reward manipulation soon. There's a reward manipulation, but Storm is flickering out into safety. Doesn't have the mana again. But Vance, this will be a very long match, Visayo. I think I'll agree with you that this will be a long match. This will be a long match. Okay, so let me look at the comments while they are poking each other. So someone said, oh, Vance is low, Vance is low, Vance is low, Vance is low. And Storm has that advantage now. These guys are really battling for it. Okay, someone says, you know Thunderbelt works Roger. It says, you know Thunderbelt works Roger because a fighter marksman and maybe be doing that. Oh yeah, you guys are talking about something else. Yeah, no mana boots on both sides. Let's look at the build here. No mana boots actually. Funny enough, speaking of boots, Storm doesn't even have any boots. Storm doesn't have any boots. And we are seeing a tough boot on the side of Vance. No mana boots on both sides. It's wild because you are playing a mage here. But then the base is almost melted down and Storm might be playing the long game. But then he is taking a lot of hits and that's the base melted down and Vance will lose it out in that battle there. Vance will not take that victory as Storm will win it out by taking down the base. It's a 2-1 in favor of Storm as he advances to the round of 32, guys. Okay, so next set, please log in. Let me call the next set so that we can... network is actually disturbing me, guys. Okay, I'm trying to get these guys out of the lobby. Okay, so let me get the next guys in the lobby. Let me get these guys in the lobby. Okay. One sec, guys. Okay, Canellis versus Pula. Let's get straight into it, guys. Oh my god. Alright, let's get straight to the game, guys. No time wasted, I beg. Canellis versus Pula. Alright, this is it. Let's move. System doesn't have talisman, just raw damage, yeah. I like the fact that they actually got Guardian helmet for that heal. I like the fact that they actually got that. Because if you think about it, you technically only have the revitalize and you can't recall. So you need a way to somehow heal yourself. So them getting the Guardian helmet actually helped. Ooh, a Bane versus a Xavier. Wow. This is definitely mechanical playing. Xavier is going to have to keep his distance for this one. Speaking of healing, Bane is actually very, Bane is actually very good when it comes to those heals, guy. Bane can be very nice, guy. The ale gives me a lot of regeneration, especially when his magic power is really high. I don't hope nobody plays. Oh yeah, you can't even play Estes. Estes is a support save, so you can't play Estes mage. You will cry. Because imagine them playing Estes in mage 1v1. That would be super hilarious, man. Okay, yeah, let's get straight to it. Canelos versus Pula here. We are seeing. I said, Chicken, baby, nice to finally meet you on this platform. Yeah, Fisai showing, yeah, really just making himself known there. Is the Estes Gobi Sky me? Oh, the whole Estes Mage thing will be very hilarious. But I don't think Estes is actually in the Mage category, sha. But Canelo is here. He is rocking that Bane. And this is a situation of the rank, of a range issue here. Because Pula's got the range, but Pula is actually pretty weak when if Bane can close in. Canelo's got the damage, but then he's very vulnerable to long range attacks. Bane is very vulnerable to long range attacks, so Pula is gonna have to know. But he's got one stack of Transcendence there, and that's the Infinite Extension with the Mystic Field. Canelo's now with the Ale trying to close in. There's of course the Crab Claw Cannon. That's the long range damage, and you can also ricochet the Crab Claw Cannon. So that's an advantage that Canelos has that he's definitely gonna be taking advantage of, because he knows that Pula is going to be keeping his distance. So these minion waves are one of the ways he's going to be dealing damage to him through the Crab Claw Cannon. But now Canelos, okay. Now that's the Shark Bite onto the minion waves, trying to farm as much as he can here. And yeah, I am seeing someone says Bane wouldn't stand behind the minions, and Xavier will have to choose between Bane and the minions. That bouncy shit he shoots out every few seconds. Yeah, that's the Crab Claw Cannon. He can ricochet it. The thing can bounce off the minions, and that can be very advantageous for Canelos in terms of long range attacks. But Pula is going to have to be very careful too, because Canelos also has to be very careful because the Divine Light, remember the immobilization? That's what I'm talking about. Canelos immobilized, and the Dawning Light from Pula misses. Wow, that's Canelos now trying to close in the Ale. His available Crab Claw Cannon will connect, and that's gonna be Canelos trying to just poke Pula until he dies, and Ale will just heal him back, and the Crab Claw Cannon will miss. Pula by the Enchanted Talisman. Dawning Light will deal some nice damage there. The Transcendent State is active, and of course the Mystic Field gets more range with the Infinite Extension. 2 stacks, 1 stack, but he's preserving it with those minion waves. That's Pula really showing an understanding of the Transcendence and the mechanics. Okay, Canelos with a flicker and the Shark Bite with a deadly catch to finish off Pula. He did not see that one coming. And think about this, guys. Canelos flickered when Pula was using the Dawning Light. When Pula is using the Dawning Light, there's that animation cannot be cancelled, right? And Canelos knew that was his window to engage, and Pula just was caught in that situation there. That's the Infinite Mystic Field, Infinite Extension onto the minion waves instead, and yeah. Dawning Light still missing. Mystic Field did some nice damage though. Canelos is a bit low though. Ale will just regenerate everything back for him. And of course, the Infinite Extension with the Mystic Field. Pula now looking good. Okay, there's some damage. Divine Light again. That's the long range advantage that Pula is really taking advantage of here. Canelos as well. He's waiting for that flicker to be available again so that he can really close in. That's Ale to heal up, and also the Crab Claw Cannon. They did some damage onto the minion waves, and the Lightning Truncheon. They did some damage there as well. The Crab Claw Cannon, of course. Hey, jeez, the Canelos is getting poked out. He died soon. The Divine Light is all Pula needs right now to end him. But he doesn't have it, and the Ale will be ready soon, and that's what Canelos is banking on. Divine Light will miss. Pula, he's trying to keep his distance while dealing enough damage at the same time. That flicker is almost off cooldown. Canelos might pull off a move soon. He might pull off a move soon. The minion waves are there. There's the Mystic Field with the Infinite Extension. Pula is keeping his distance, but how much more can he Shark Bite onto the minion waves? Ricochet the Crab Claw Cannon there too as well. Pula, Transcendent State is not active. The skill range are still at that minimum. And now flicker almost off cooldown, but then the deadly catch used early by Canelos. That's not a good thing. You would think he would wait, but Divine Light now connecting onto him. The Crab Claw Cannon ricochets onto Pula from the minion waves. The Infinite Extension will miss. The Mystic Field does not expand. And Canelos now, he's got that Ale regenerating HP. Maybe a push soon. He's got that flicker. Now Bloodwing is bought. And I am seeing the build here. Divine Light will miss. There's the anti-heal. Canelos might go for this pick soon. Might go for it soon. There's the Crab Claw Cannon. But Pula is fast with the flicker. And Canelos does not follow up. But Pula have lost HP though. So Canelus might be playing the long game here. He might be waiting it out. That's the Donning Lights. Rico checks the clap call cannon again, dealing some damage. Canelus might be waiting for 2 stacks of shark bites to end game and end things. Maybe this minion waves might end things for him. Blood Wings, the shield comes in and comes through. Canelus, there's gonna be the AO. Clap call cannon will miss, but Puller is quick without reaction time. Now Flicker already invested with the deadly catch. Will dodge the deadly catch, and Canelus might have just blown his moment. Puller is low. The crab claw cannon is there. Might ricochet that soon. Maybe taking advantage of that mechanic might work for him. He sees Puller. The crab claw cannon has to come through for him. This is Canelus. This is someone that wants to make it work. The squad leader of how he wants to make it work. He has that advantage that he just has to time his skills well. Now the minion waves are coming through. Deadly catch now to deal some damage, but then got in a bit too early before the minion waves. And the shots will push him back. Canelus now. There's the Divine Glaive already brought by Puller. And Canelus now, he's got that ale to just keep regenerating it, what lost HP he has. And man, that is something. Someone says he's using the odds to push turret. No. Base odds cannot push the turret. What? No. That doesn't work. Only basic attacks can push turrets. Okay, okay. Canelus, that ale did a lot of damage to Puller. And now the minion waves might signal him, but the Mystic Field is immobilizing him and keeping him out of there. But the crab claw cannon ricochets onto Puller. Now the HP is really low, and Puller is losing a lot of HP here. Transcended stage to 3 stacks he's got, and now we'll be losing it out. But the minion waves are there to preserve the states, and Canelo is just waiting for that flicker. Divine Light comes in. Now the minion waves, deadly catch comes through. He's trying to follow there. The ale to melt him down. The base is down and round 1 in favor of Canelus. That's something. Alright, game 2 we get straight into. No time wasted at all, guys. No time wasted. I'm just waiting for the game to start. I don't know why I load a lot here. I just want the game to start so that we can get straight into round 2. Oh my goodness, I'm pretty tired. I am. Game, please start. I don't know why this start button is broken. Okay, yeah, we are starting, guys. Okay, so it's round 2, and let's see what these players have actually cooked for us. Let's see what they've cooked for us. Excuse me, guys.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium, which I was made for.
Okay, we are seeing an interesting pick here, and wow, I think we already know how this is gonna turn. I think these people are just hinged on stretching this thing out to game 3, because now you've got a Yi versus Kimi, and we all know that Kimi is not really, does not exactly have the highest rate when it comes to winning 1v1 mages. But hey, who is talking about this? MJ says, I want to see Kimi versus Eve. Well, you got what you want to see. Yeah, Kimi has the range, doesn't have the purify though, so Puller might just take this one, because now he's just gonna keep poking Canelus with the anti-gravity thrust. Now dealing some nice damage there. That's impressive, but Canelus is losing a lot of HP though. He's gonna have to be very careful with that engagement, but we are seeing him poke out very aggressive here, and of course trying to regenerate what lost HP he has. Now Starlit Pulse dealing some nice damage there. Puller as well, he is keeping his distance. Okay, poking him out. I think this will just be a situation of people, Puller just poking out Canelus just hitting him out, and anti-gravity thrust to try to close in the distance, and that is him losing a lot of HP. Might be a change issue. Is Canelus seeing his HP? because the guy is just attacking aggressively without even caring what his HP looks like. And well, Pula takes the first blood, and I think this might be a very quick one if Canelus plays like this. I think they're just trying to push out that game 3 rather, that third game. But let's see how it goes with this. Sky PS already bossed by Pula. Looks like the man wants to go in for the kill. No time wasted. Void Blast. Of course, Void Crystal again. Trying to melt him down. Reward manipulation. He's got no flicker, so of course he can't do that. Canelus again still not watching out for his HP here. I don't know what is going on. Pula flickers in, but Pula can still take him. Yeah, he takes him again. I don't know what's going on. Is Canelus actually... I think Canelus is trying to throw this round. I think he's trying to throw the round. I think he's forcing that game 3. Yeah, I think that's what it looks like right now. Because there's no sense of caution whatsoever. He's just, really just pushing out that, aggression. And Pula is just poking him. And just look at now, okay, Void Blast, Void Crystal. Canelo is just taking a lot of damage and no sense of caution whatsoever. I don't actually know, guys. Someone says in the comments throw. I think that's what's going on. I think he might be, I don't want to say intentional, but because you're losing a lot of HP, you're not saying any sense of recalling or any sense of danger. Pula is just poking him, and look how he's positioning here. Void Crystal to melt him down, and anti-gravity thrust not even to the back but straight into Pula's face, and the Void Blast, and maybe up to something here. Canelus will not win that out, as round 2 we end really quickly like that. Now we get straight into round 3. Yeah, of course, Canelus, Sky PSR does it, and we are back again to the lobby. Let's get straight back so that we can end things between the both of them. Hopefully we don't get to see that round 2. We don't get to see that, please. I don't want to see that, because that was just okay. I don't start the game, please. Can we start game, please? Allow me to start. I don't know why this is not letting me start to. Hi, God, God, I beg. Finally. Oh. No, I've stayed. It's just network, Jerry. Network is messing me up. Yeah, the man kept, he should probably ask if it's fine before starting. Yeah, I probably should have done that, man. I probably should have done that. Yeah, I didn't actually, because he kept on attacking with low HP. Exactly. That was a pretty suspicious, way of fighting. It was pretty sus. But I don't know if there's AFK mode in 1v1 though. I don't know if that applies. I don't know. But we did start, so yeah, we are here, guys. Pula on the Xavier again. Canelus on Zask. Wow, that's the first time somebody's using Zask. Somebody finally bringing Zask out. Canelus has an advantage, especially when it comes to range here. Pula also has an advantage when it comes to range. This is the final match between both of them. Whoever wins this out qualifies to the next round. And Canelus looking good right now with that flame shot pick. That's Nightmaric Spawn, of course. Is something that can just give Pula more stacks of Transcendence. So it's actually quite advantageous here. And 2 stacks of Transcendence. It's got that increased range, and that's the Infinite Extension with the Mystic Field. Canelus holding in line, just waiting for that Nightmaric Spawn to be ready again, so that he can put it out there and just poke Pula before he brings up the bigger one, the big guns. And now, okay, Nightmaric Spawn, of course, melts down the turrets. Pula will not step within the range. They are taking some damage there and losing HP. That's the thing about the Canelus. That's what he can do. Nightmaric Spawn can keep poking him. Of course, there's the Mind Eater. in my nightmare spawn again with the hive clones. They will come out though, and Pula is just keeping his distance. Cornelius as well, he's waiting for that last level, for that level 4 nightmare spawn again, and Pula is zoned out of his turret. 2 stacks, and now he's on level 4. Regeneration to come through. Hive clones, they will come out, slowing Pula down. And Cornelius now almost on level 4. Patience will be the factor here. Nightmare spawn to melt down Pula and poke him out. Mind Eater as well. Hive clones to slow him down, but the infinite extension and the mystic field gets to him first. Cornelius is waiting for that level 4. Pula wants to take advantage. Almost on level 5 now. Almost a 2 level difference between the both of them. That's the flame shots melting him down. 2 level difference. Cornelius almost at level 4. Nightmare spawn is down. And now Dominator's Descent will come down, and Pula will get away just in time, and no flicker committed, but the Sky PS already bought. There's the Dominator's Descent, the frenzied nightmare spawn. Now the Dawning Lights connects onto Cornelius, and the man is desperately low. Jesus. Nightmare spawn though, to give distance here, he's gonna have to wait for the Dominator's Descent to be ready again. And jeez, the man will have to be very patient here. Pula, he's holding in line and being patient. Cornelius still using that nightmare spawn to his advantage. Cornelius keeping his distance while letting the nightmare spawn do the farming for him. But there is a 2 level difference between the both of them. So Cornelius is not looking good when it comes to that level advantage. But then Dawning Lights will come through. The nightmare spawn able to tank that damage, and Cornelius just waiting in line. Maybe a good chance, maybe a good time. And maybe a flicker would have been a very good thing here for him. That's the flame shot. And maybe a chance for oh, okay, nightmare spawn. And I think Cornelius is, struggling with the mechanics of Zask here. Yeah, I think he's struggling with the mechanics of Zask, because the mechanics of Zask is no longer the former mechanic where the Dominator's Descent goes to where the nightmare spawn location is. Right now, you have to actually aim the Dominator's Descent. You can't go to where the nightmare spawn is, and I think Cornelius is. Oh my God! Pula taking advantage of the infinite extension mechanic there, passing the infinite extension through 3 minions to kill Cornelius. What the heck? Such understanding, such play. I gotta clap for the guy. Impressive at that. Pula here. 2 stacks of transcendence and deep understanding of these mage skills compared to Cornelius. But though we are seeing Cornelius here back here, 2 level difference between the both of them. The man seems not having. Oh, that is the situation there. Mind Eater will catch him as well. The Hive clones will miss though. Pula able to flicker out. And Cornelius now, Dominator's Descent still available with nightmare spawn. Now Cornelius, he's taking a lot of damage from Infinite Extension. The Dawning Light will miss. He's low on HP. Cornelius with the Hive clones, but does not connect, and Pula will find him first. And that's 2 deaths. Cornelius, 1 more, and you have lost the Mage tournament. You're out of tournament. You need to make this work. Come on, you need to make this work. You need to make this work. Cornelius is back. 1 flame shot should put Pula down. From Cornelius, 1 flame shot should put Pula down, but that's the nightmare spawn. He does not use that flame shot. He will hold it. Mind Eater onto the minion waves. Flame shot will miss. And that's the Divine Light. Pula taking advantage of that Xavier range advantage. Now the nightmare spawn comes through Cornelius with the Mind Eater. The base is almost melted down. That's the Infinite Extension passing through 4 minions there, trying to get increased range. And Pula, his net dangerous position, he's got lost low HP. Cornelius might go in soon with the Dominator's Descent, and once again makes a mistake with the positioning of the Dominator's Descent. What is going on, Cornelius? What is going on? Pula seems to have a good understanding of Zask mechanics here, and that is something that we are seeing. Cornelius, oh yeah, infinite extension on the nightmare spawn stretches the range. Cornelius is down, and Pula will advance to round of 32, guys. We are not seeing these guys until we get a streamed match again. I honestly wanted more, but that's what we get to see. That's what we get to see. Honestly, I think that was a mechanic struggle there. I want to remove this player space so that I can call it the next set of guys. I think that was the mechanic struggle here there, because if you really think about it, the nightmare spawn, it moves to where you target it. The former Zask, whenever you put the nightmare spawn, the S1, and you use the Dominator's Descent, it automatically attaches to the nightmare spawn and goes there. But the current Zask doesn't do that anymore. You have to manually aim the nightmare spawn in order to go there, and the S1, the nightmare spawn, now helps you adjust the position instead of targeting the direct position. So I don't know if That's the thing. It's really just, you know, a mechanic difficulty there. But hey, game's done, and Pula will be the one to take that win. And now we call the third set of people to come in so we can close off stream for tonight. It was a very interesting set of players we did see today. The final set will be Mion versus User. I'm not gonna call that Mion versus User. Please log in. Okay, Mion versus User, please log in. Lobby code 3354. Alright, let's get straight into it, guys. Okay, so someone says no flicker. That was his chance. Yeah, I feel like a flicker would have been better. Someone says Carolina is probably not an mage main. Yeah, maybe. You know, some of these players know actually mage means. Someone says the guy just no flicker. That was his chance. GG, sad game. Kudos to Pula. Yeah, kudos to Pula, man. The guy had a deep understanding of the infinite extension. He knew how to use it. You can see him just bouncing it off the attacks, you know, the target, the minion waves, and just making sure it gets as much range as it can. And someone says, bro, he tap out instead of aiming. Yes, he was auto tapping, and the thing was going to the S1 instead of going to the target. Okay, so someone says I think that's all. Okay, we're waiting for the next set of people to come in real quick so that we can close up the stream. Oh yeah, I'm tired. I am tired, man. 2 more and we are done. We are waiting for user to join, guys. We are waiting for user to join. Oh, Jesus. Okay, they have joined. All right, let's start. Let's start awake. There's no time again. Okay, so all the games we have seen so far have actually been all 3 games. We have not actually seen a 2-game situation here. So hopefully this is a 2-game situation so that I can go and rest. I'm actually tired, guys. I'm really tired. But let's see. Kagura banned, Eve banned, Kadita banned. That's very valid. And we are only seeing okay, the same thing, except there's an Odette ban here and there's a Kagura ban there. That's the only difference on both of them. So let's see what user goes for. Actually. Hopefully something new. Mion as well. Hopefully something new. We are going to have to wait here. And Selena, okay, we have seen that one before. And who else are you gonna go for here? Zask again. Perhaps Mion trying to show something here. But let's see how it goes. Guys. Zask versus Selena. 2 dark mages. I'm all for this. But what do you guys think? Okay, the game has started and we got seeing Mion go for a Purify. That's actually wise because of the Abyssal arrow. You need to be very careful of that. But then Mion, that's 2 stacks now. And the Abyssal mark already applied there. And user, he's got that Soul Eater though in the earlies. He's got that Soul Eater and now he's got that Garrote. So he's gonna have to be very careful now. I'm trying to go for a Soul Eater. Already morphs with that Primal Darkness. And user there's the Soul Eater, of course, with the Garrote. And Mion now keeping distance, using the Nightmare Spot to poke. Oh, Garrote back and forth. And user is just flexing that S2 now. And Mion as well, keeping his distance. There's the Abyssal arrow catching 2 stacks, but that's going to be Soul Eater with the Garrote defensively. And Mion, he is keeping his distance here. He knows what that Abyssal Arrow can do, but gets stunned by it and the Purify. Not committed for Mignon. He doesn't want an early commitment. He just want to make sure he has that level 4, but that's going to be 2 stacks of the Abyssal Mark and the Abyssal Arrow. That's the Garrot again with the Soul Eater, dealing some damage onto Mignon. He's got to be careful though. He doesn't have that level 4, but might want to commit soon. That might be the chance for User. 2 stacks of the Abyssal Mark, and he is ripe for the taking as User might come in soon. He is low on HP. Maybe a Garrot soon in the first blood with the Abyssal Trap from User. That is 1 kill down. Great start for the Selena, really showing a lot of mastery. Finally someone is playing a Selena. Finally someone is playing a Selena. Finally, I like this. 2 stacks already on the Abyssal Trap. Mion doesn't even get a room to breathe, and we are seeing the Abyssal Mark again. That might be a 2-second stun, but User is hesitating a little bit here. Now 2 stacks. User is being very careful. Abyssal Trap does not find anyone. Abyssal Traps all over the ground. Abyssal Mark, it's literally bliss for Selena at this point. We are seeing Neon. He does have that Nightmaric Spawn. He does have that Purify. Doesn't want to use it just yet. Anti-heal already bought. Let's check out the builds on User though. Oh, enhanced basic attacks, and that is something he wants to make the most of. Man, 2 stacks now. Back and forth with the Might Eater slow, of course. There's the Might Eater with the Hive close. User there flickers with the Nightmaric Spawn, and Beyond. He makes his move, and of course, as Zask will say, feel the beyond. And yes, I finally got a chance to use that line. I've always wanted to use that line. I love that line so much. User will recall, respawn, and it's 1-1. The scores are tied, and finally someone gets the Nightmaric Spawn right. And Mion will be that one. That's the stun, of course. Garrot with the Soul Eater back and forth. User is already making his move. The Abyssal Arrow does not connect though. The Purify is ready. Mion not willing to use it. Primal Darkness to morph into a Dark Elven state. And we Abyssal states rather. The Dark Elven state now. We are seeing Mion really just staying in his turret. The Abyssal Traps all over the ground. User really making sure he covers all that. Mind you, those Abyssal Traps can stay there. Might be a chance, but Abyssal Arrow will miss. Mion's still got that Purify though, so all scam. Nightmaric Spawn's out there, melting those minions for him. And we are seeing something very interesting there. Nightmaric Spawn again with the Might Eater, the Hive close. User in the position. Hey, a wrong position. A wrong position for the adjustment. Mion nearly had that kill, and that's the Abyssal Trap. Now 2 stacks. Maybe a Soul Eater to follow up. No. Now that's the Soul Eater with the Garrot. And User has to play it safe now. I don't know why Mion does not want to use his Purify. What are you saving your Purify for, man? Garrot back and forth onto the minion waves to clear them out and melt them early. There's the Abyssal Arrow, and the minion waves just being cleared. Mion's got a very strong hand on this task, but then his hesitance and some little mistakes might cost him here. The Mion now Abyssal form. Mion still staying in the turret though. He is waiting for that ultimate to be ready. That Dominator's Descent. He is waiting for it. The Guardian Helmet already bought. Dominator's Descent already ready. And now he is waiting for the chance. He is waiting for that chance now. User as well. The Abyssal Traps are on both ends. Now the Abyssal Arrow will come out. Already morphing. Now back to the normal state. The Elven state. The 2 stacks are there. He wants to make his move. Might use the Dominator's Descent soon. User now morphing back. That's the Abyssal Trap. Might catch him. No, he does not. Already Nightmaric Spawn just taking the damage here. We are seeing Mion just finding ways to outplay him without even using the Purify. The Abyssal Arrow really just hitting the Nightmaric Spawn only. And Mion might make a move soon. That's the Garrot now with the Soul Eater. Back and forth. The Abyssal Arrow comes out again. Nightmaric Spawn still taking those Abyssal Arrows and getting in the way. That's almost 2 stacks. That's the engagement. Dominator's Descent. We're into the turret, but User will flicker out. No, not flicker actually. He will use the Garrots defensively. And Mion now buying that, and that's Shred. And yeah, Magic Penetration. That's 2 stacks. Abyssal Arrow will miss. Of course, back to the Elven form. Primal Darkness. Taking advantage of it. Blessing of the Moon Goddess back to Elven form. Mion is really just, dodging those Abyssal Arrows. This is kind of a situation of hit me if you can, right? User just keep hitting those Abyssal Arrows. Mion is using the Nightmaric Spawn to take those arrows in. and user just has to just make sure that okay, you're constantly morphing. There's the Mind Eater, but that will miss. Bloodwings bought by user. Let me check the builds on both of them actually. Wow, we are seeing almost 3 builds completed on both sides. Sky Piercer already on user. Interesting here. Very, very interesting set of builds here, I must say. But Mion is really taking advantage of it here. User versus Mion. This is one very long round 1. Enchanted Talisman already bought. That's Mion now, not willing to commit the Dominator's descent just yet. He is holding in line. He is being patient about it. Okay, so let me just engage the comments. Oh, okay, 2 stacks already, but then that's the Mind Eater with the Hive Clones. The Dominator's descent already committed on the side of Mion. That's an early commitment. That cannot be good. Abyssal Trap, that's gonna be stick lands in, and 2 stack. The Purify finally comes through. Mion will use it, and that's gonna be the damage from the Soul Eater to melt Mion down. And now half HP, but Revitalize will come through with that Guardian Helmet he's got on. And user just having to make do with what's left in this. And Mion as well. And this is something they really just want. This is just a hard-fought game, a long game. It says, you know, the Nightmaric Spawn gives just vision, so you can see the arrows coming. And yeah, the match is a very long and hard-fought game 1 actually. It's a very long and hard-fought game 1. But Mion will have to take his time. We'll have to be very, very careful here. Now, has to come through. He's got that minion waves. He's got that Nightmaric Spawn. And that's it, user. Getting a bit pushed in here. Mion doesn't have that Purify though. So he's got to be careful with how he engages user. If he get caught, it could be deadly. It could be deadly. That's the Garros with the Soul Eater. Nightmaric Spawn with the Mind Eater. The Hive Close to slow him up. And of course, the Nightmaric Spawn. And finally, the combo works. As Mion will get the 2nd kill. Now the minion waves just need to be melted for him to take round 1. Yep, that's round 1 in the bag for Mion. That's everything, man. That's it for game 1. Wow. Mion played the long game. Impressive, actually. Let's see how game 2 will go for this. Let's see how game 2 will go. And I am yeah, network is still disturbing me here. But let's see how game 2 will go, guys. I want to start our game 2 real quick. No time wasted. Network, will you please do me a favor and start? Oh. No, Zask is not even Zask is not Abysso. Hey, Zask is from another world, bro. Okay, yeah, we are seeing yeah, it's extraterrestrial. Oh my god. Yeah, Eve and Zask are extraterrestrial. Yeah, definitely. Oh, we wanna go back. Yeah, it says Zask looks demonic. Yeah, Zask technically, their race is a very brutal race. Let me just put it like that, right? Their race is a very brutal race. You should really read up the lore. It's really nice. I really wish I could go into it here with you, but hey, I've got a game to cast. And of course, game 2, it's Eve versus Odette. Wow, now that's interesting. I have wanted to see this pair. Both mages can generate a lot of shields with their ultimate. So let's see how this works actually. This is game 2. And let's see how this turns out. But Yi versus Odette, Fisayo, what are the thoughts here? Yi versus Odette, what are the thoughts here, man? Alright, so we are seeing Mian just really taking his time, poking without Void Blast, of course, with the Void Crystal, and user taking his time. Now that's interesting. I gotta say that's interesting. They are giving each other distance here. By the way, if you're just joining us, this is game 2 of the best of 3. Mian actually won the first match with his Zask. User lost with the Selena, and now we are back into game 2 where both of them are playing Odette versus Eve. And this is a very interesting matchup because it's really difficult to predict who can win this, in the sense of Both of them have some mechanical advantages here and some disadvantages as well. That's the Avian Authority with the Blue Nova, but Mian is quick to dodge it. Interesting, very interesting. Now just poking it out in user, holding out as well. And Mian just making sure he gets it in. I want to see how this turns out though. User now. Mian giving distance as well. User is Void Blast with Void Crystal onto the minion waves. Level 4 already attained. The user doesn't have that level 4 yet. I think they're gonna have to play I think they'll play the long game, Fisayo. I think they'll play the long game. Okay, Swan Song. That's an early Swan Song. Does he want to commit the flicker though? I think he knew that was not worth it at that point because Mian will just flicker out as well. So both of them have that flickers there. Okay, so someone says Yiv is very strong now too. With that flicker, he can outplay Odette. Yeah, I agree with that. And I want to see how the real world manipulation interacts with the Swan Song. I want to see that interaction. I want to see if there's gonna be any cancel or if there's gonna be any kind of restriction for movement or anything. I want to see something there. But that's gonna be up to the players, of course, if they show us. And that's user now poke it out, and both of them just having fun. Both of them just having fun, really. User now, he's holding in line and just being patient. No time wasted, just making sure he gets it right. User is keeping safe distance here. Let's check out the builds on both of them. Okay, anti-heal. Magic defense, that's the flicker there with the Blue Nova and the Swan Song. That's the flicker out again. Mian now, he is low. Void Crystal and Void Blast. That's not a good look for him. User is taking dealing a lot of damage rather. Mian taking a lot of damage here. But that does not look like something that is really stopping these guys. I mean, they are still going aggressively at each other, but then user is low on mana. Mind you, the mana cost for Odette's ultimate is very high. So user is going to have, the word manipulation. That's the mobilization, dealing a lot of damage there. But Mian doesn't want to go through, doesn't want to throw it through. User is low on HP and he is low on mana. Now that's interesting. Ice Queen Wand, buzzed by Mian. Okay, making it difficult for user to escape the reward manipulation. That's actually a very interesting play there. And user now low. He doesn't even have the ultimate to cast. He doesn't even have the mana to cast the ultimate. He has the ultimate, but he cannot cast it because he's low on mana. And the mana cost for Odette's ultimate is 160. Void Blast. Mian takes him down. Of course, that's gonna be a recall because 160 mana cost is high, very high. That's one of the things about the Odette. But Mian now, he has the first kill. 2 more. He's gonna win it out. It's gonna be his. But yeah, Void Blast poking him out. User's got that ultimate. Now the base is being pushed. Mian is really zoning him out, and wow, anti-heal already bought by user. But Mian knows just when and how to poke the man out and make sure he settles. Yeah, that's actually very nice. Okay, Avian, okay, that's dangerous for Mian. Very dangerous position, but he will find a way to escape. Of course, that's the mobilization, and Mian somehow turns the tables and take down user. Jesus. Besides, what was that you were saying about Odette winning it out? I think Eve is kind of the meta pick right now, and now she is going to push that lanes. And this is crazy, man. This is not even funny at this point. Mian has not fallen for a while now. This is wild. This is wild actually. Mian is OP, man. With that Eve and user as well. He is trying his best with his Swan Song, but it just isn't clicking. But I'm pretty sure he will get it right this time. He's trying to use the minion waves to bait the man out. I like how this is playing, but really, if you think about it, it will not play out well. I don't know, man. I don't think this is how user wants to play this out. I think because now Mian is just regenerating all the HP back again with his skills, and we're gonna be back to square one. He's got that flicker, he's got the rule manipulation, make him move. User is keeping his distance. That's the lecture ambience, bouncing the minion with Void Crystal with Void Blast. Delete some nice damage there. Flickers in, user already with that Avian Authority flicker out, and we have seen this before. And now Void Blast to catch up. Reward manipulation with the Ice Queen Wand, dealing that slow immobilization back and forth, and yeah, game's done. Mian 2-0 win. That's everything for tonight, guys. It's been an amazing stream. Best of 3. Mian taking the win. User, well, tonight's not just your night, man. It's been a very interesting game from both players. We are seeing Mian go home with everything. Two Oasis players playing against each other. I guess one was just the better one. Let me look at this message from Church. Okay, yeah. That's it, guys. That's it for game 2. That's it for game 2, guys. It was a very interesting game. Shout out to all the Damiu Arena, of course, for bringing this for actually collaborating with ML Hub. Shout out to Damiu Arena. Shout out to ML Hub as well for organizing this and putting this together. Remind me, Fisayo, Mian took the game 1, right? He was the one that took game 1. Remind me, please. He was the one that took game 1. I need to make sure. Yeah, he was the one that took game 1. And he was the one that took game 2. So yeah, 2-0. That's it for everything. It's been an honor, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Until then, cheers. Good night, guys.